Khatun gets a crazy bad rap, man. People talk about Khatun like, oh, should Khatun get buffs, man? Is she in like the buff discussion? Is she just being power crept? Blah, blah, blah. For me, all of that talk is crazy as hell, man. I think that this champion is very, very solid. So I am heading into this episode of Busted or Bad with that bias, I'm not gonna lie. So why do I yet use this champion on my main account? And how am I making use of this champion on the free-to-play account? And can she nuke? The most important question of all, man. A full lethal build Khatun. We're going to be giving that a try as well, because we have to. It's the law in these videos, man. Hey, before we get to that and so much more, if you're looking to start off a new raid account, man, make sure to get that beginner promo link. You can always find down below this video at the top of the video description box. Click on that son of a gun on laptop or PC and use that link to create your new raid account, man, for all of the free stuff that you see on screen right now, man. And just the best start possible on a new raid account right now, with all kinds of free epic champions as you level up your account, and even a free starter legendary that'll just pop up in your inbox, Basilius Roanus, as soon as you are completing the tutorial on that new account, man. Best be able to let go and all of that good stuff. Okay, man. Khatun, on the main account, where do I use her? Use her in my Demon Lord Clan Boss team. Except not anymore. Because today is the day that I start rebuilding this Demon Lord Clan Boss team a little bit, and frankly, she's just gonna get replaced by Lydia. Lydia actually brings, of course, decreased defense and weaken in the same skill, but she also brings an increased speed buff on this A2, and so, yeah. And so with that, we've just hard replaced the Khatun in the final place that I used her in on my main account. I'm not gonna be using her anywhere anymore, really. Man, this team really needs some work. I haven't updated it in like 10,000 years. All that aside, I bring you guys to the free-to-play account, where we can actually get a pretty decent idea of how good Khatun actually is, because this is what she's all about, man. She's fantastic in the early game as a progression epic. However, her big glaring weakness that I'm forced to confront, gotta hold my hands up, man, I love this champion. Her big glaring weakness is that most other increased speed booster champions have a pretty good shot at dislodging your Khatun and replacing her in your various dungeon teams and stuff like that, right? And this is because I'm going to invent a new medical term right here, man. Khatun suffers from Jack of all trades syndrome, right? She's really a master of nowhere in this game. She brings a decreased speed debuff, strong version on the A1, but it's a very low land rate, right? It's not super reliable. She brings an increased speed boost on a 3-turn cooldown on a A2. Pretty good, but it's not like leaps and bounds ahead, like better than like a to-go's increased speed or whatever, you know, and it's not going to be like a speed or a lead in arena that you use for like a 10-meter boost, because, you know, her ally speed or in all battles, it's only 19%, and so she's easily going to be outpaced by other, like, sort of like arena specialist 10-meter boosters. She brings in AoE wave control with AoE decreased speed, decreased 10-meter on the A3, but it's only a 75% land rate bucked, and it's a full 10 cooldown. If there's one area of Khatun's kit that I'd like to actually see buffed, to be honest, it would just be either make this skill a 310 cooldown, or make it a 100% land rate, and maybe like a 20% 10-meter decrease. If we're going to leave it as a 410 cooldown skill, I think that would actually be quite fair still. On the free-to-play account, one of the areas where the Khatun does actually excel quite a bit, in my view, is in Spider's Den. I feel like she's actually quite solid there and is a little bit slept on there, because she's pretty good at controlling the 10 meters of all of the spiderlings. The speed aura is great. You want to be moving as much faster than the boss as you possibly can be, and so a 90% speed aura is very nice. And of course, she's also got that chance of placing decreased speed against the boss as well, which, oh my god, dude, the Thorlin's weak-hitted on everything. How embarrassing. Also, outside of Spider, of course, I was using Khatun originally on this free-to-play account, kind of everywhere as well, right? Into wave content, that kind of thing. You throw your Khatun in with basically any other wave controller style champion. You're probably using her in Dragon, in Ice Golem. I still use her as like the arena aura lead on this free-to-play account, because they just don't have any of the better options built just yet. I'm getting very close to Abada on this free-to-play account. And bam, it's not the fastest spider clearer in the world. But speaking of arena, I would say do not underestimate the Khatun speed aura in all battles, right? You might think, oh, it's just a 19% speed aura. Like, what's the big deal? The big deal is that we have literal legendary champions that bring increased speed, that bring a speed aura of 19% as well, right? It's really good. Like, it's really bloody valuable. To have that on just a free epic champion that you get at the start of the game on Khatun is crazy as hell. Now, you're eventually going to find, like, better options. The likes of, like, a Deacon Armstrong also brings a speed aura, 19% in all battles. This guy is obviously a god, and is actually a very good champion to combo with a Khatun for just insane wave control in the early game. But that 19% speed aura in all battles, Dude, look at the power differential, man, of some of the teams that I was beating here in Siege in my free-to-play account. I know that team power doesn't really mean anything or whatever. Like, okay, it means something. And it is kind of insane that I whooped this guy's Arbiter team, okay, in Siege, because arena auras don't work in Siege, right? The Arbiter's getting, 30% speed aura in arena battles. Yeah, Siege battles don't count as arena battles, man. So I threw in my high khatun. She's running at like 250 speed or something, and she beat the Arbiter and allowed me to go first against this souped up team with like crazy damage dealer nukas, all of that. And because I got to go first with my super weak low power level team, I just kicked his ass, man. And so that's like a huge boon to high khatun right there, and really speaks to the power of champions that give you speed auras in all battles, man. I actually did try to take on this team as well with like a mythical champion on it. I was faster than him, but my damage dealers just couldn't get him dead in time. We had like a couple of stone skin champs on there and stuff, so I overreached a little bit there, you know. Just the same as Spider, Khatun gets good value into Fire Knight as well, just for a similar reason, right? If you're just trying to clear like stage 16 or stage 20 of Fire Knight for the very first time, you just want any champion that's bringing 19% or just like a speed aura in dungeons or in all battles. She can do that, and she brings the increased speed at the 10 meter fill. That can be enough to earn her a spot in your super early game Fire Knight squad. But another area of the game that I want to spotlight actually leans on her A1 and that small chance of placing that strong version decreased speed debuff, right? I'm not going to stretch this as far to say that, you know, you can use her in Chimera Clan Boss and stuff like that, although you can, I guess, technically. Decreased speed debuff against Chimera Clan Boss is like one of the most important debuffs to bring, and so you can get some use out of high khatun there, but I'm not going to sit here and recommend that, not on camera at least. What I will say is that against Scarab King in Doom Tower, Scarab King being like a bloody brick wall for new players to break through and to beat for the very first time, high khatun is an absolutely integral part of this team. Why? She brings a 19% speed aura in all battles, right? You could have been moving faster than this boss. She brings the increased speed buff, the 10 meter fill, all of that. You've got to keep the boss's 10 meter under control, right? So what I do in this team right here, this is a video that I uploaded like forever ago, you know, it's like a bunch of budget, and I mean uncommon 10 meter controllers, right? Armiger over here, the Elf Guard over here. We've got a random old Gruckus at 5 stars because he brings a 10 meter decrease. I think it's on his A2. And one thing you can do with this team is just rely on the high khatun to do what you did just there, which is land the decreased speed instantly against the boss with their A1, right? You can do this with an unbucked high khatun, bro. And I have done this before, and that's how I did it on this like super old school team, man. You can tell it's an old recording by how big like the buff fonts are that are popping up over the champions. It's kind of crazy, but it might take you 6 or 7 runs to get like a perfect dream run like this, where you've got like your Armiger in a destroy set, and you've got a Metal Shaper providing shields on repeat to your entire team. It's like a super mega budget team for beating normal mode Scarab King, but you're just relying on the high khatun landing that decreased speed on an A1 on the very first hit of the fight, you know? So it can take you a few runs to get that done. It can be really depressing, but like, dude, I just wouldn't have been able to farm Doom Tower. This is like one of my older free-to-play accounts. I just wouldn't have been able to farm Doom Tower, man, at all without high khatun. On my current free-to-play account, on my past free-to-play accounts, she's been an integral part of this budget team every single time. Man. Now, of course, you're eventually going to replace this budget Scarab team with a champion that can just solo Scarab. Probably, maybe like a Taragi the Frog, definitely like a Mithrala or something down the line. And therein lies high khatun's biggest weakness. We've already touched on this, right? She's the jack of all trades, master of none, right? What does that mean? Well, it actually means that for my free-to-play account, this is kind of crazy, man. I wasn't expecting this, but when I just took a quick look at my teams, this is what my current teams look like. Dragon. I don't use an increased speed champion at all in this Dragon team. I just go in for all damage, and it works, right? It works just fine. My Ice Golem team, I no longer use the high khatun because I have to go as the aura lead and the increased speed booster. Why? Well, because in this particular dungeon, Taghost is more of a specialist. He brings an HP aura in all battles, which is really helpful for surviving in Ice Golem, and he brings some healing alongside his increased speed. And he brings a revive, so he doesn't get the team moving quite as fast, but he brings a lot of survivability to the team, which you just need more in Golem. Similar story into Fire Knight. I've replaced the high khatun with a Gom. Why? Because, of course, the Gom not only brings the increased speed buff, similar to the Khatun, but it also brings all kinds of 10 meter decrease more reliably than the High Khatun, and an AoE stun on his A3. So he helps us just deal with the waves a little bit easier and just get my 10 meter controllers to the boss so we can do some boss killing. And so it turns out that even though I love and respect High Khatun greatly, the only team where I actually still actively use her is my Spider's Den team and my Hydra team. Which, you know, she is the aura lead here. She brings that 90% aura, and that's really all she does, right? Into Hydra, I've actually gone in and just disabled her A3 because it just makes no sense to use this. If you're letting your High Khatun use her A3 into Hydra, which she's not a good Hydra champion anyway, but if you're letting her use this, then she's getting all kinds of True Fear debuffs randomly from the Head of Torment because she's attacking it when she shouldn't be. She's also building up the Head of Wrath's counterattack stacks. By using this AoE, she can't decrease the 10 meter of the Hydra heads anyway, like they're immune to that crap, so what the hell's the point? That said, she's a bloody good little champion, like to bring into this Hydra squad until I find something better. If I pull like an Elva or something on the free-to-play account, you best believe I am not touching this High Khatun. Like, she'll be instantly relegated to a B team. I pull another good Hydra speed booster support champion, she'll go down to the C team, and she's gonna get filtered out instantly, right? But again, just having that 19% speed aura champion on the team, it's just everything. It's just everything, man. It makes the team flow way, way better. And in things like Siege and in Hydra just getting started, she does do a job. As my entire Hydra team gets wiped exceptionally quickly. God damn it. There we go, man. This is a little bit more like it, man. The increased speed boost coming in from the Khatun, very, very bloody good. Very, very useful for this team. Again, should be replaced easily. Frankly, I just want to watch this run play out for just a second so I can just admire the Tholin's damage, because the Tholin just carries the hell out of this Hydra team, man. It's utterly, utterly ridiculous. And look at us go, man, with all these budget champions. High Khatun, well in there, well in the thick of it, man. Actually doing a job for me on the free-to-play account. Into Hydra, you know? And so this is just how much of a jack of all trades she actually is. Very, very impressive, dude. I don't know. I think that she's great. Does she need some buffs? Then becomes the next question before we get into building with full lethal gear. For me, does she need some buffs? No, I don't think she does. I don't think she does, man. I think that she's enough. It's fine to have champions that are like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 everywhere. I think that's actually important for an early game account. I think that that's just totally fine, and you shouldn't sweat it. Not every champion needs to be like a god that you're going to use in like stage 25 dungeons, or use them to like progress into hard dungeons and stuff like that, or maybe like a Hydra specialist or something. I don't think that that's necessary, man. Look at Stag Knight. I'm not comparing Stag Knight to High Khatun here, really. But what I'm saying is that progression epics, they've got their place in the game. I think High Khatun is one of those, and I think that she's okay. She's very much just okay, though. Only thing with this Hydra run, I'm just going to let it finish, I think, because, you know, it could take a little bit of, it's a little bit annoying to get this team up and running sometimes. One of the things I've got to do, though, with this Hydra squad is make sure that the Rector, whose turn it is right now, lands a decreased attack on an A1 against the Head of Wrath, which she failed to do just now. If she fails to land the decreased attack against the Head of Wrath, the run ends very quickly, man. That thing just does too much damage, bro. Oh, she got another chance to do it now. Oh god, she fails to land it, man. Okay, well, we have enough health that we might just be able to do this anyway. Look at the Tholin's damage, by the way. Absolutely absurd, man. What a bloody good champion he is, honestly. So we're about to take the counterattack from the Head of Wrath. Things might end very, very quickly for us here, which I know this is like a complete tangent compared to the actual topic of the video, but I am proud of getting this Hydra team up and running, you know, as successfully as it is on the... Oh god, I missed the chance to place the decreased attack. I'm an idiot. Oh, yeah, the counterattacks from the Head of Wrath, very, very painful. And well, here we go, man. Nobody said it was the best team ever, but it's enough to get my key done into normal Hydra, you know. And so, yeah, there you go. And so switching back on over to the main account, man, it's kind of funny, dude. At the start of this video, I profess my support for High Khatun. Oh, she's gonna do great, man. I really like this champion, blah, blah, blah. Then I spent like the entire rest of the video saying like, okay, yeah, she's actually not that great. Like, she's a fine little progression efficacy, that's about it. It's time, however, to win back the High Khatun's honor, boys. We've got a 4-star awakened. You know what that means, man? Most important thing? More crit damage, man. That's right. Which is crucially important as we go ahead and slam her in the High Damagtoon build, dude. Oh my god. She is fit to pop off. Please say a free gear removal. Okay, thank Christ. Free gear removal, 344% crit damage, but we're not done yet, man. Let's equip this gear on up and get this nerdy little Journal of Necrotos off, man. I've really got to stop doing this, man. My high, like my Chimera materials, dude, my Starstone, it only ever goes down, bro. Like, I'm down to like 1,500 materials now, man. Oh, God. Why am I doing this, man? Plarium. Can you at least let me, like, buy some off the store or something? I put some of my raid budget towards buying some Starstone off the store, man, if you'd let me. I shouldn't say things like that in videos, man. Be careful what you wish for and all of that, you know what I'm saying, man? God. Catskis is equipped on Khatun where it belongs. We are now staring down a 370% crit damage Khatun. Let's do this. And here we go, man. Behold the Mongo team. All of the tools that we need to just ampere damage as much as humanly possible. What could possibly go wrong, man? So the Estrage... Oh my god, what's all this block damage and killable action? Okay. That's not part of the script, but we're just gonna work with it, man. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna figure this out, okay? Go ahead and land the decreased defense as well as the weaken. And this time, I'm just gonna go for the stun. Ooh, we didn't land on the Trunda. That's a problem. Sleep the Trunda instead. No, she's got a block debuffs. Doesn't matter, man. We get around to the Khatun's turn. She can maybe try and one-shot at least the Abbot here with just like an A1. Oh my god, she actually did it. Okay, I wasn't expecting that at all. Okay, we still might have some problems here with... Oh god. Okay, she's been slept. Yeah. This might just end really... Okay, she's dead. Arman, do over. There it is. There's the blah, blah, blah. Here comes the big decreased defense weaken. Then this time we place the increased crit damage buff, which we were actually missing on the Khatun's A1 before. I should just try and sleep somebody here just in case the Oh my god, we just killed the Deacon accidentally. Well, it's fine. We still get to test out the Khatun's A3 here. She could weak hit against a couple targets. Let's have it, man. Bam, dude. Oh my god. 145k? That's actually really, really good. That's a lot more than I was anticipating, man. Now we're going to run it in a dungeon team using a Royal Guard as the aura lead for the 35% attack aura, man. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, the team is basically exactly the same. Increased crit damage, blah, blah, blah. We will have to attack in one time, maybe with the Royal Guard. I guess let's use his A3 so it doesn't do much damage. We get around again to the Khatun, which is awkward. But then, to the Estrid. Now the Khatun gets to come on, men, in with this A3. I tell you what, those are some rather sexual numbers, dude. The only problem is, can you really make a case for building Khatun in a 100% crit rate in the way that you can make a case for like a Stag Knight or something? Well, not really. Why? Because it's a 410 cooldown on an A3. If there's one way Plarium could buff Khatun, it would be to dial this down to a 310 cooldown. I don't think it would be that OP at all. Leave it at a 75% land rate even, Plarium. I think that would still be fine. We could get it down to a 310 cooldown, and yeah. And then who knows? Maybe you do build Khatun with like crit rate gauntlets and stuff like that, man. Who the hell knows, right? Those are some pretty good damage numbers, man. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Is Khatun busted or bad? You know what, man? I'm gonna say... Oh, God. No, I'm going to say busted. Whatever. I'm not going to sit on the fence. I'm not going to just refuse to make up my mind. I think that she's actually very, very good as a starter champion. Worth booking 90% of the time, in my opinion. The only caveat being, if you pull like a to-go or something on your account super early, or an apothecary on your account super early, then you might want to book those guys instead. But besides that, she's still a very, very good champion for progression. For progression, just to be clear, man. And she's completely free, so there you go, man. Let me know what you guys think down below, man. Hey, if you're looking to start off a new raid account, go ahead and click on the beginner promo link that is down below this video at the top of the description box, man. Click on that link on laptop or PC right now to kickstart your new raid account with all of the free stuff that you see on screen right now, including a free start legendary champion, man. It's crazy as hell. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to catch all of you guys just a tad bit later, man.